Hey guys! So today's video is about tire inserts. What they are, how to install them, and what benefits they'll actually give you if you run them in your own bike. This past weekend I went riding at the usual place with Sarah over at Beacon here in Spokane, Beacon Hill, and I got a little sideways on a jump and completely blew my tire off the bead. It's mostly because the rims on my bike are only 23 millimeters wide, which is way too narrow for the 2.4 tires that I have on there right now. So without going and buying new rims and relacing them up, which is something I'd like to do eventually, for the time being, I'm going to try running tire inserts and see if that helps with that lateral movement. So I just wanted to show you guys how easy it is to install these. It's basically your regular tubeless setup with a little bit more struggle involved. The tire inserts I'm using are made by a company called Mynesweepers. They're a smaller company based out of California, and I've heard pretty good things about them. They come pre-cut in all different sizes and are held together in shape with a surgical style tubing. They're about 30 bucks cheaper than most other inserts I've looked into, and I always like to support the smaller brands when I have the chance to. Start by removing your tire from the rim and making sure to wipe it down. I waited a few days after my tire incident to clean it up and put things back together, which was a dumb mistake. The sealant dries up and adheres to the tire like it's designed to do, so I spent about 30 minutes cleaning off the tire bead to make sure it's sealed back up correctly. Long story short, if you blow your tire up, clean it up right away. Quick note on valve stems and foam inserts. You can use regular stems with them and they'll be fully functional, but over time, the insert rotates inside of the tire, which is completely normal. This will effectively cover the valve stem though from the inside and make it a little harder to get air in and out. You can see here on my friend Matt's bike when we changed out his old insert. We removed the core and the air still only trickled out since the insert had rotated inside the tire.
There you go, finally. Hey, I hear air coming. Barely.
You can definitely get away with using standard valve stems, but to alleviate this, I'm going to try running these special cush core ones. You can see that the opening comes out the sides instead of on top, that way the passage won't get blocked off. This job is made much easier if you're using the garbage can to work off of. To start, we need to get the first bead of the tire back on. Another amateur pro tip, at least for directional Maxxis tires, the sidewall with the extra graphics almost always goes on the drive side of the bike. I think this is done for media reasons since studio bike shots are almost always taken from the drivetrain side of the bike. Do you guys think that's true or am I nuts? Let me know in the comments. Now to install the insert. Start the wheel with the valve stem facing towards you and position the insert so the portion with the square hole is facing 180 degrees from the stem. This little hole allows the tire sealant to flow freely inside the tire. Once you have the insert around the rim all the way, pay attention to this gap. You'll need to pull and stretch the insert around the wheel a bit to make sure this gap closes up a bit. Now start to set the second bead into place and stop with about 8 to 12 inches opened around where the square hole is on the insert. This is where we'll be dumping in our sealant. You can still use your normal amount of sealant with the inserts. I run around 2 to 3-ish ounces. The hole will actually suck some of the sealant up into itself, that way you won't make a huge mess once you turn the tire over. From here, we get the last part of the bead on the rim. Since the insert holds the bead in place though, the trick is to get close to getting the tire slipped over so it's tight. Then make sure to push the bead down into the tire, kind of under the insert. That way you'll be able to pop the tire on all the way.
You're ruining my shot! Oh my god, Sarah! I'm just joking.
You look like an ape when you do that. You were like, with the butt out.
You can really see how much this thing is working inside the tire. Right now, it's completely flat and it isn't coming close to smacking the rim on the ground. Now all that's left to do is to set the bead, air up the tire, and should be good to go.
That is terrifying. Oh my god!
So there you go, that's how easy it is to install these things. They should give you more confidence to smash those rock gardens and case those jumps without having to worry about denting up your rims. When we had my friend Matt over, we took his inserts out and he'd been running them for about 9 months and they looked like they were still in good shape. But I'm gonna run mine for 6 months and after that, I'm gonna inspect them and see how they hold up after 6 months of riding. If you guys like this video, you should give it a thumbs up. and share it with a friend. If you want to subscribe, you should do it. It's a good time. And yeah, we'll just keep on trucking. So don't say that. Don't say trucking. So until the next time, guys, keep the rubber side down, and I'll catch you later.